Hi, good morning, guys. Happy Mother's Day. Today is Mother's Day 2020, and definitely it is a different Mother's Day. Different as in we're still like partially in quarantine, so I know a lot of people won't get to do the Mother's Day festivities that they would normally do, the traditional things we would normally do. I know for us, we normally would go to church with my mother-in-law and spend the Mother's Day with them. So it's Mother's Day, and we are still happy to be alive, happy that we have our mothers who are alive, happy to be mothers. But I just wanted to hop on real quick, guys, and just talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. The idea of wanting or longing to be a mother, and it just hasn't happened. So if you've never faced infertility issues, if you've never had problems getting pregnant, if you've never just experienced that emotional roller coaster, that wave of uncertainty, then you may not be able to relate to this. But you may know someone who has experienced it, or if you have experienced it or going through it right now, that feeling of uncertainty of wanting to be a mother, feeling less than a woman for not being a mother or not being able to conceive, then this message is for you. I am 42 years old. 42 years old. So I've been with my husband for 20 years, and we have a 6-year-old daughter. So we were together 13 years, married 8 years before we finally got pregnant when I was 36 years old. Now, keep in mind, I met him when I was 23, so young and spry, and you know, at that moment where you feel like you got your whole life ahead of you. So that's where I was. But as the years passed by, and once we got married, I got married when I was 28. Once we got married, it was like, okay, now we're really ready to get pregnant. Because we were, you know, not doing anything to prevent pregnancy before, but it became to the point to where now we are ready to get pregnant. We were actually really ready to get pregnant. So, but it wasn't happening. It was not happening. I mean, we went through a lot, and I say we, but I'm going to say me. I went through a lot. I went through so much emotional, mental anguish, and it was just a lot. People around me really couldn't understand. People try to empathize or sympathize with you, and they try to understand, but they really couldn't. They couldn't relate. And so my husband and I were forced into this position, which we're always, I feel like now, we're always been set apart. So at first it started out as all of our friends had young kids, and they were doing birthday parties, and they really couldn't travel. They couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. And we were, hey, young single people, no children. We were traveling, we were enjoying ourselves, and we just didn't have that type of life. And then now it has flipped. Now their children are graduating, going to college, older. They're becoming like empty nesters, and we are here with a 6-year-old. So that's hilarious to me that we've always been set apart or different. So, but I just wanted to send an encouraging message to my women, my beautiful women who desire to be a mother. And first of all, I want to say that people who haven't gone through it, they don't necessarily relate to how you're feeling. So some of their comments may seem insensitive, but it really is more about just lack of understanding, trying to understand and lack of understanding. So it's like the saying goes that you don't know what someone is going through unless you have gone through it. So I used to get comments like, well, when you gonna get pregnant? Well, what are y'all waiting on? Where you don't want kids? Girl, be glad you don't have kids. These kids get on my nerves. So just comments that to them seem like regular everyday comments, but to me it was just like cutting with a knife. I mean, I just couldn't deal with it. And on holidays like this, Mother's Day, Christmas, you know, all the traditional kid holidays or holidays that cater to moms, I just could not handle it. Like I would lose it for me. I was so sad, so depressed, just so overwhelmed to where I just couldn't be happy. I couldn't be happy. And it was a long time. This was going on for a very long time. But it got to the point, ladies, that I was like, you know what? I cannot continue to do this to myself, because I was really doing my body, my mind a disservice. I was gaining a lot of weight. I was stressed out. I was drinking too much. I was just trying to do anything to mask cover how I was feeling. So I was like, you know what? I cannot do this to myself anymore. And it was at that point where I felt a sense of relief, I guess. And I started looking at my situation a little bit differently. I started focusing on me, on what's in front of me right now, because that's all I had. I spent so much time in so many years focusing on what I want, something that may or may not ever had happened. I didn't know. But it was like, okay, I have to do something different. And what I learned from that experience is that stress, mental anguish, depression, all those things contributed to me not being able to conceive, because I wasn't allowing my energy to just flow. I wasn't allowing my body to just be. Everything was about getting pregnant. I want to have this baby. I want to have this baby. I want to have this baby. That's what my whole idea was about. So I couldn't just enjoy the moments, even the intimacy with my husband. It was hard to enjoy it because either I felt like an empty hole, which is very degrading, very, very degrading, or I felt like, hey, we got to do it on this day at this time. We got to get pregnant. This is my schedule. We need to do it. So it was just so stressful. And once I started to relax, started to breathe, started to just kind of get my mind off of it and focus on me, on eating healthier, on losing weight, on working out, it just happened out of the blue. And I'm telling you, we prayed, fasted, bargained with God. We get it. We prayed, fasted, bargained with God, pleaded, I mean, the whole nine. And even though I was trying to trust God, I was still mentally bound to the what I don't have. So once I released that, ladies, once I released that stress, that anxiety, that depression behind it, things just naturally happened. And I was just out the blue, boom, here I go, pregnant. We had doctor's procedures, we had IUI, whatever it is, IUI, whatever it is. We had all these procedures that we spent a lot of money on, and nothing was working because my energy wouldn't allow it to work, because I was so stressed out behind it and so twined and intertwined in it that it wasn't gonna work. And so it wasn't until I released those things and released the idea of I had to get pregnant, I had to become a mother. Once I released it, then boom, out the blue, you know what was in my belly. And I remember the day when I found out that I was pregnant. I remember the day I was at the gym. We had been working out so hard, and I had worked so hard to get my body in very good shape. And I was doing my normal workout, and I felt so winded and so tired, and I was like, this just doesn't feel right. To the point to where I called my husband on site and said, I'm not feeling good. I'm at the gym. I feel dizzy. I can't finish my workout. Something is going on. So I get home, and he suggested I take a pregnancy test. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to go through that. I've taken many pregnancy tests. I missed my cycle for 1 minute, one day. I'm on top of it. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't feel like going through that drama of taking a pregnancy test. But I had a pregnancy test under my counter for sure. So because I kept it. But this was the first time that he ever spoke out of his mouth that I should do it. Usually it was just me, oh, my stomach, oh, I'm pregnant. Take a pregnancy test. So I took the pregnancy test and peed on the stick, hopped in the shower. Still wasn't considering it, wasn't thinking about it, didn't think it was a big deal. And got out the shower, looked at the stick, and it was a digital test, and it read pregnant. And I just lost it, screaming, shouting, running around the house, showing this stick. I still have it to this day, and it still says pregnant. That's so interesting, 6 years later. And I realized in that moment that this could have happened probably a long time before then if I had just learned to relax. If I had just learned to live. I feel like now I miss so many moments and opportunities to be happy, worrying about something that I wasn't sure would or would not happen, instead of just being and trusting the process. So my message to you ladies, if it's you and you're the one who desires to be a mom and desires to get pregnant and desires to have that experience, just relax. Take a break, take a breather, step back and see what you can do outside of that. You know what I'm saying? Find something for you to focus on outside of that. Focus on things that are interesting to you. Just live. Live in the moment. Don't miss those moments because you won't get them back. So don't miss those moments. Don't miss those opportunities. Just live. And if it is meant to happen, it will happen. So, because I'm not saying that this is a guarantee that you're going to get pregnant. What I'm saying is that stress, depression, anxiety definitely lessens your chances of conception. So what I'm saying is that if it's meant to be, it would definitely be. So trust the process. Enjoy your life. If you are married and you have a spouse, enjoy your spouse. This can be a very stressful time for you as well as for them. More so for the woman, I would say, because we're feeling it like, am I a woman? Am I good enough? I'm not good enough. I can't do the one natural thing that women can do. So it's much more stressful for us. But we put that energy onto our husbands, and it can be tragic for your relationship. It can end a marriage. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. It almost happened to us. I mean, I feel like if I don't have a baby, then what's the point? I don't want to be married. I just want to be single. I had already been married for 8 years and together for 13. So I was just like, you know what? What's the point? If I don't have kids, it's not a family, and I don't want to be married. So I'm telling you that relax. Take it all in stride, because once it happens, once it's there, once you are pregnant, there's no turning back. Now I have this 6-year-old that I have to look out for, care for, take care of daily. So my life has completely changed. So, and I would say for the best, for the good. Because she's brought so much into my life, so much enrichment, and you don't understand things until you actually become a mom, and you understand or see things very differently. So relax. Enjoy today as much as you can. Be happy for those around you who are mothers. If you have a mother, love when you're a mother. And just try to enjoy today. It's beautiful outside. Take a walk.
Relax. Calm down.
Take care of yourself. Love on your spouse. Hopefully he's still treating you with love, even though you're not a mother. You're doing motherly things. If you're cooking, cleaning, taking care of him, then you are being motherly. So hopefully he is still recognizing you as the queen that you are. And to all my beautiful mothers out there, you deserve a hand of applause. You deserve a standing ovation for all the many things that you do today, every day. Because even today I was working out. I had to cut my workout short so I can go cook, see what we're going to eat. So I'm still responsible for that. So even during Mother's Day, I still have to do motherly duties. So queens, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. Love yourself. Love each other. And have a blessed, beautiful Mother's Day. I love you. I appreciate you for all that you do. For the mothers who mother other people's children. For the ones who are the aunties who look out for the kids. The grandmothers, the stepmoms, the play moms, the godmoms. You're all beautiful. Have a great day. I love you. Peace out.